Yo, what's going on, people? Welcome to another episode of the Undefeated podcast.
The only podcast with two undefeated fighters, fam.
Chatting it up.
Oh,
my days.
Oh, my bum wasn't even loud. It was low. It was like let's do it. There you go. It's there.
Mad. Bro, listen, let me just say, welcome to the podcast, guys. Yeah. To all the regulars, take your seats. You know where everything is. Grab a drink, get comfortable. Let's enjoy. To the newbies, welcome to an experience. Yeah, it's boxing content like you've never seen anywhere else. You may have seen some recent attempts at trying to recreate the energy, but it's not the same. Sorry, bro. I'm in the mood to spar now.
You're cheap.
Nah, listen, I don't care. I like whatever mood you're on, whatever mood you're on, I'm always backing it. wherever you go, I'm like,
One day we're gonna have a conversation, about the things that we've seen change since from before Undefeated existed to after we've existed. Because I sometimes just sit here. Because remember, I've been watching boxing content for many, many, many years before the idea of ever speaking about boxing came to my head. And I've seen a very significant change in how content is done in this space. And that's all I'm going to say for now. But there will be a time when this is readdressed.
Oh, you're feeling like that this morning?
I'm on smoke, bro.
No, you know what's so bad, yeah? You know when you just wait in the stream? This is what's funny about this thing. You know when you're waiting pre-record, yeah? You're just sitting there talking to your voice like, yeah, how's things? Oh, yeah, everything's cool, you know. Then you start the pod, yo, and everyone bro, I feel like you know when Tupac was starting to get money, you know when the beat came on, and it's like
that girl who sung those vocals had no idea what she was about to be a part of.
Yeah, she was just there, get money, you know, it's money. Don't you got sickle cell? My 4-4 make sure all your kids don't grow. Get money.
Oh my days, man.
Bro, imagine saying get money like that.
You're just in there. You're like, this. Oh, no, I can't go to New York. Damn. Bro, it's like when your boy's like, hey, come down, be in my music video. And he gets in there and he's just taking shots at man. I'm round you, you know. Come around there and it's meant for man. He's there like, wait, bro, I was like, I don't.
That's when you make quick adjustments, bro. You be in the music video on that one. What did he say? He beefing?
Bro, I swear that's you in the video.
No, you know it's not me, cuz.
My boy,
I saw the E on the hat, bro. Nah, we sell it. We sell it still. Everyone's got it. Everyone's got it.
I've got this.
Nah, I swear only you two got that hat. Nah, you know, I know the
same hairline as you, though, my brother.
Yeah, so you know when you do the year, but the years.
It's a common hairline, to be honest. Like I've seen a female with that particular one.
We started so stupid. First 3 minutes again. If you're here for boxing conversation, it does happen. And it will start. It will start soon. But we have to get into this thing about the tail of the tapes because that's why people show up to this show. You know. So,
bro, what's your tail of the tape, man?
Oh man, on a real, bro. I'm not even gonna do a mad thing today. I'm just gonna say, boom. I'm 0-0, fam. Never fought, never lost. If I did, someone gets knocked out and it's not me. But again, someone asked me, but if you had a fight, how would it go? And I said, well, now you asked. Bro, I walk into the ring on the Mike Tyson thing. Yeah?
Okay.
The flannel.
Yeah.
No backing track, silence, crowd going nuts. I can't do nothing about that. That becomes the backing track because the crowd shout, KG, KG. It's one of them, mans, yeah? And it's like, even though I was meant to be the B side, all of a sudden I am the A side, you know? I get in there and it's too quick. People didn't get their money's worth. They're going to respond to Ofcom. I finished it in 16 seconds, you know? And I just walk out. I don't even thingy. Like I just walk out. I don't do a post. I don't do nothing. I just walk out and back to podding. That's how it goes, man.
I respect that, bro.
Yeah, man. Big up to me, bro. I don't want to get into like all the height and stuff. I'm just shorter than Travis. That's what it says on my box rec. But the speed is crazy. But yeah, that's me. Talk to me, bro. What's your tail of the tape?
My tail of the tape, 2-0, 100% victory. 100% victory throughout my career in this team.
I've had a great career.
Bro, I've had a great career.
Oh, we made a mistake. Keep putting. Do you know what's mad? Look at the thing. Look at the screen. What does the screen say?
Oh, Monday Night Smoke. Oh, that's minor, fam. It's minor. We just keep messing with people's heads, bro. It's cool.
Yeah, go on.
Get me. I've had a great career, bro. Get me. 50% knockout rate. Yeah. Half of the men, half of this long line of opponents that enter the ring with me, they left on their back, bro. You understand? My height it's actually increasing. I've been working on my height recently. Yeah, I've really decided that maybe I could go to another division if my frame is different. So I'm really aiming for around 6'7". That way I could just, you know what I mean, be very dominant. I'll still keep my speed I'd be quite slim, you know what I mean, but heavier because of the bones. Yeah, so it's a lot of stem
cell.
You're
working, you strength and conditioning your bones right now.
Yeah, there's a lot of stem cell technology being involved, and we're just really going for it and trying to really experiment. Cause I figured I've clocked boxing, so I want to take it to another level where I'm like, okay, let's go up to heavyweight naturally. As far as speed goes, bro, I mean, I'm pushing things that I'm actually it's past speed now. It's more endurance where I'm at, because I'm like, yeah, I can be faster than any man alive, but I'm like, how long can I maintain that? You see what I'm saying? So, as I said last week, from last session that we did the pod, I've been shadow boxing consistently right up until this moment. There's no sweat on me, bro. I just stopped. I'm drinking coffee. There's no water in this. Like, I'm now pushing the body to different levels, bro.
So last week you did the shadow boxing all the way till this. So what do you do this week?
This week I think I'm just gonna do like a marathon every 3 hours. I'm just gonna run a new marathon every 3 hours.
What the full London one?
Yeah, the full London. It's bigger than boxing at this point, bro. Like, this is what happens. Yeah, I reckon this is what must happen to world champions at some point, where it's like, bro, I'm number one in the world.
Yeah.
I'm trying different things because I'm too good at this in life.
That's a great segue. Canelo, let's go.
Let's talk,
Canelo, let's go. That's the greatest of segues, Rob. Because Canelo is on that. Canelo, again, I'm known as Triple KG at the moment, or Triple G. Because Triple G. Because again, my prediction was trash, basically. That's the best way to describe it. Again, I believe that there was going to be one final night, one last moment, the last hurrah, the last dance. One of those things, one of those documentaries I thought was going to take place on Saturday night, Sunday morning. Nothing of the sort. There was no last dance. He said, this is it. You looked at Triple G, and he was like, all I was thinking of was Big Ben. You keep talking about Father Time, and now that's the thing that comes to my mind. Big Ben, the clock, New Year's, and it's like, we're not moving forward anymore. It's over. This is the end of it. Congratulations, hell of a career. But then you look at Canelo and you say, well, he's still got much more to do. And now you say to yourself, there's nothing at your weight class that needs to be proved. So now we have to go into the bivos, now we have to go see the light heavies. We won the belts. So we've achieved, as you said, when was joking and said, what we're talking about, these little elements of boxing and stuff, he's achieved everything that he needs to achieve. What more is there left to do? You're talking about Benavidez. Even that for me is like, it's a straw man argument where. Yeah. You know what I mean? So again, but yeah, the floor's yours. But I would say that this guy's achieved all that he needs to achieve in boxing. There are one things that we need him to go, like saying right or wrong, but how wrong is it when that's not even your weight class anyway? But go try and see what that looks like.
All right. So what I say is credit to Canelo. Like he did what he's supposed to do. Triple G is 40. Yeah. I never got over that. I never allowed myself to get excited because he's 40 and 40 is 40. Like, bro, when I consider how I felt in life at 20 versus how I feel in my 30s, it's miles apart.
Different.
I cannot imagine slapping another 8 years on this and saying, yeah, I'm going to compete and try and recreate. It's not realistic. So for me, I never got caught up in the excitement on this fight because I just knew the outcome. The only thing that was in my head was, does he stop him or is it points? I imagine a stoppage. I ain't going to lie. So credit to Triple G. He's obviously one of those durable characters. He ain't going to sleep. No one's sleeping him.
No.
And it would be insane if he managed to get even older overnight and Eubank Jr. knock him out, because we would never, ever hear the end of that. But let's not go down that road, right? So I look at this and I'm like, cool. On the subject of Canelo coming off of the Bivol thing and beating Triple G, you could almost say this was as calculated of a big night you could have, because you're talking to Canelo. I've been in there with this brother twice.
Okay.
A lot of time has passed since then. I've seen his last performance. Yeah, I've taken a loss, but come on, the level I'm fighting at, maybe I stepped a little too far that time and I didn't respect it the way I was supposed to. This guy here, he's been getting old, and I'm in my prime. I'm confident I take this guy out of here, but it's a big fight it sells, so I can distract myself from that rematch. Because if Triple G is not here today, there's nowhere else to go after the Bivol thing. He's got to go straight back in there with my man. Because you can't justify selling a Benavidez fight now. You can't justify selling a Charlo fight now. So Triple G essentially was a lifeline for Canelo. Like, I know we've had one Manuel Marquez and he touched Pacquiao and he said, yeah, cool, I got mine and I'm done. That's just not a common occurrence in boxing. We don't often even see man fight the same guy you've beat and keep beating him over and over again either.
The lineal champion did.
Not yet. Well, I know we did, but that's what I'm saying. It's not common to just keep fighting a guy. You got to lose one for it to be like, okay, let's sell the next one and he's best of 3. These one are like, bro, it's 2-0 down. Yeah, let's go again. It's like, whoa. The only reason why I understood it with Marquez is because these were blatant robberies. Yeah. Like, there's a time when Marquez beat Pacquiao and they just never gave it to him. And it got to a point where it's laughable. Like, what am I going to do? What am I going to have to do to beat this guy then?
No, because you know what it is. It's the money. It's the money fight. While I hear and respect what you're saying, and it didn't do that well on the pay-per-views, according to
it did well, it did over 1 million buys worldwide.
See, so I don't understand.
Eddie and Dan Raphael got into it on the
so you're getting, because I've seen the before that where the claims were sounding crazy, right? Yeah. But then you look at Golovkin and you look at their beef and their battle, right? What fight is gonna make financial sense to me? I can say I'm gonna fight Benavidez, yeah. It's not doing, unfortunately, it's not gonna do the numbers of what a Golovkin's gonna do. Why? Okay. Because it's for him, this is just another Caleb Plant. This is just me turning up and I'm gonna smack up whoever I'm fighting because I can beat these people. They're not. I'm not gonna. Where's the intrigue? Now there's another person that hates me, feels like he was robbed in the first one, and it didn't go right in the second one, but let's end it. That's what it's really about, right? And even in Canelo's mindset, he knows, a part of him knows, the first one, okay, because you go back and watch these things. Now what was great for me in watching Triple G in the final one, there was a nod of acceptance. There was he's in there and he goes, all right, giving it everything. I'm okay with this. You know, when you just say, you know what, cool. Me and you said that's what the hug was. It said, you know what, fine. And it's that moment of, so you know how, and the difference in the AJ one is, well, AJ hasn't fought Usyk 3 times, right? But there'll be a moment when it's like, how's this? Wait, what? Okay, this has happened. And then it gets to, you know what, I can't beat you. You know what I'm saying? Like, no matter, because before there's some frustration, I should still beat you though. I know Gennady Golovkin can put that down, close the suitcase on that and say, it is what it is. This guy is just good. He's got my number. He understands me as a fighter, and it is what it is. I can rest those demons.
It's like when Lennox and Evander Holyfield fought, right?
Yeah.
And the first fight was ruled a draw.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody knows Lennox won that fight.
Yeah.
The second fight probably should have been a draw. But the fact that the first one should have been mine puts me over the edge, and boom, now I've got this one. Triple G wasn't at peace because he didn't get that. I beat you in the first fight. The second fight, Cool, it went how it went. Bro, somebody's got to give me something. Someone's got to give me mine. I'm not getting mine in this exchange. This is nuts. That's what that thing was. So in his mind, all these years, he's been like, just get me back in there with him, and I'll be able to do it again and finally make it clear. And it's like, this time around, it's like, he's in the ring, and it's that moment where I think fighters know where it's like, yeah, it's not the same. I'm not the same.
Because Bernard Hopkins has something like that. He has one where he's like, he wanted to right the wrong of
Roy Jones.
That's it.
Roy Jones touched him up back in the day.
Yeah.
And then he got Roy when Roy was older.
Yeah. But he had to, he's like, I have to get him. Like, it's one of those, I can't sleep. I won't be able to rest those demons until we settle this score, right? For me, you know? So, and it just goes like that at times. And I'm happy, you know, I'm happy for Golovkin, because you can say to yourself, and it's not finished. I think he should finish personally, because I'm like, what else are you got to do? You know what I mean? But there's money have to make. You know what I mean?
Oh,
yeah, you know what I'm saying? Sure. But like,
you know what it draws comparison to? In a very different way. And this isn't a segue, so we're gonna stay here. But it does draw to Eubank and Nigel Benn, because Nigel Benn, when he lost that fight to Eubank, that burnt him. Because he hates his brother. That was not exaggerated. That weren't for selling nothing. That thing was personal. You know what I mean? When Eubank called him out, it was disrespectful. He said, yo, bring your boy to me. Bring your boy to me. I mean, that's how he was talking about my man. I want that WBO. Nigel Benn is thinking, who's this brother? He's come out of nowhere talking to me like this. It built so naturally between them two. When he lost that one, it stung. Years later, they got the rematch. Nigel Benn is on absolute smoke for this thing now. Comes in, does enough in the ring. There's no one who I don't imagine there's going to be many people that's going to say, nah, it was the right decision. Nigel Benn won that fight the second time round. Eubank Sr. was giving him his thing, saying, nah, that's supposed to have been yours. And they called it a draw. That feeling that he's had to leave boxing with, it's the feeling that's made those rematch talks keep circulating. Retirement. Yeah. So I understand how him saying to Conor Benn, go and get him, son. I understand that. Yeah.
You're right. Well, they've tried to make it happen. Well, he's tried to be the one to make it happen so many times, because you certain demons you can't rest. Even when we talk, we always spoke about the Kell Brook thing, innit? Kell Brook would have waited for Amir Khan in a retirement home if he didn't get that fight. He would have waited. And there's certain things, I don't know if the Mayweather-Pacquiao one, because even though you said something today, and I'm not saying you're accusing Canelo of not like taking easy route or being smart, but there was a moment in this thing, and this is probably where we have discourse in it. Like, the Pacquiao fight should have happened earlier. Yeah. And it benefited Mayweather to fight Pacquiao at his depletion.
Yeah.
Mayweather's always going to be Mayweather. He stays fit. He stays fight ready. There's never a time you look at Mayweather and say, you're not in shape to win this. He's always going to be right. Do you know what I'm saying? So there's some of that happening, and that's just good boxing. That's just good. That's just good scheduling.
I'd say it's a gamble on both sides to do that, regardless of how anybody looks after themselves. Because as we see, Father Time, he can knock any time. So it's not a case of there's 40-year-old guys that, okay, cool, at 40 he's done. But there's man at 33, shot fighters. Yeah. They've been in a lot of wars. It's taken out of them over the years. It happens at any point. You can't.
When you're gifted like Mayweather, you have it. When you're gifted like Mayweather, you can the ability to stay elusive is probably something that just doesn't go, but the power goes, right?
Floyd is older than Pacquiao, so the aging man out thing, bro. If man start Canelo, Triple G could have aged man out. He could have aged out enough, man, and certain things wouldn't be right, because it's like, bro, everyone's aging differently. Do you see what I'm saying? So for me, when I look at the Pacquiao Floyd thing, like, don't want to get too heavy in that one, but when they set up that fight, the thing that dropped the arrangement was man saying, I want drug testing. Like, that's what sparked the rumors of the steroid use. Do you see what I'm saying? And the thing is with power is usually the last thing to go anyway.
No, but I hear what you're saying, right? And
reflexes would be the first thing to go.
While that was an argument, there was a time where, again, there was this time when Pacquiao was that is like I'm still disappointed that we never saw the fight when we was meant to see it. There was dangerous Pacquiao, and what makes it funny is because obviously Mayweather does have it's the Da Vinci Code in it. Everyone thinks they can beat him. What Canelo tried to say the other day. Everyone thinks it's the same, and then they get in, and it's like, no, it's not the same. Well, nah, other people worked it out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Man said, look, bro, people say they can beat me from the outside, but when they get in there, no, but
no, it's not your lines.
Not many people. Very few people.
Lines. You know what I mean? And sometimes you got to say to yourself, when some people are great, it makes you think to yourself. Because when I look back at the Pacquiao Mayweather fight, it's the fact that Pacquiao just couldn't do nothing. He looked just so himself. But then you have to say, there's a part of me that should say, no, that's just down to Mayweather's greatness.
Yeah.
And it didn't matter about the thingy. But then he say, no, it can't be, because I remember him being that everywhere.
Bro,
but here, everywhere.
You forget that Pacquiao won a belt after that fight.
This is what I'm saying.
So as much as we're going to go down
Pacquiao beat Furman in years of
bro. So my thing is, when we do that, we've got to say we can't forget that Floyd was older than him. And I understand everybody ages differently, right? And it is one of those things where everybody ages differently. But you can't say that that's a calculated plan when I'm like, yeah, I'll fight you when I touch 30, 38 or however old they were, and I'll be just fine. Nobody can work that out for sure. That fight should have happened. And if man was trying to tie up to the drug testing thing, it would have been cool. So for me, I have the blame more so on the Pacquiao side of things, where I'm like, why didn't you want to sign that? Because there's some things you don't want to agree to let another fighter get too much control. I understand that. Like location, purse bids, all the other things, yeah? Like who comes out first, who did that. Yeah, I say purse bids, mate. Right? There's all those things, right? And I get it. That's a power struggle. We're playing chess here. But if man says I want random drug testing, don't start saying you don't like needles and you've got tattoos, because it looks mad. I'm not trying to go down this steroid route, but that, bro, it looked crazy for years, man.
Yeah, listen. My main thing now is total respect. Again, just to quickly bring it back to Canelo.
Yeah.
Total respect to Canelo. An amazing night. You done what you needed to do. You did it. Like, and now it's just I think it's just doing the next little pieces on top of your career. Like
Bivol. No, I'm not sidestepping Bivol. I don't.
No, I'm not saying sidestep. I'm saying Bivol would be next. But even let's be honest with ourselves. That is a big jump. That's a big jump that you shouldn't. We're just doing it. Now we're doing it for the sake of we've done what we need to do in our division. Remember, I've done it all.
He was talking about fighting Usyk, yeah? So he's got big aspirations. So my thing is this. I'm not holding him to regular standards of boxers. Let's be clear. This guy was at 147.
He's done it. What normal boxers do, he's completed the game. He's getting back. He's playing GTA for 100%. You know, when you do all the missions, the little side missions, the little races and that. That's what he's done now.
That's cool. And that's fine. But my thing is this. I don't hold Canelo to the same standard of fighters. And when you're at the top in this game, nobody holds you to the same standards, which is why AJ gets so much stick and pressure, because that's the position that he's held for so long. It's what comes with the territory. You look at LeBron James, you look at Michael Jordan, all these guys in the media, they get it in a different way. That's why their teammates can come out and just knock down threes and play out of their mind, because there's no pressure on them, man. Win or lose, it's LeBron's fault. So I'm going to just be comfortable and do my thing. That's how it is in boxing. Canelo, you're in the hot seat. There's a lot of men that's never been in the hot seat, and everybody is focused on the guy in the hot seat. The media, the media and other fighters, which is why a lot of guys have the business model of, I'm fighting this brother, but if I talk about you, that will promote my fight.
Yeah.
You look at Wilder and Fury, they're both talking about AJ. He's a beaten man, right? And they can't stop saying his name because they know. Unfortunately, it's not really about the titles in this thing. It's about who's got that hot seat. Do you know what I mean? So you go to the different divisions. Canelo is the guy. So he's snapping back to say, yo, don't start telling me about Benavidez, bro. Like, what's he done? Don't have this man. And I do get that. When you showed me the clip on Monday Night Smoke, I was doing semantics on but the energy. Let's be real. He's like, bro, this guy's done nothing to be in the conversation with me. You don't.
Nothing.
But again, Canelo, you're in the hot seat, bro, and that's the
fair.
territory.
But he said the killer is. But he says my career shows you that I'll fight anyone. If I can go up in weight and fight Bivol, you lot know I'm a madman. So now I'm saying I can. Yeah, it's true. It is true.
No, bro.
How can you say no, bro?
No. Okay, just listen to what. Let me just respond quickly.
I'll hear that. I'm ready to hear it.
Because my thing is this. Yes, you have done a lot of things, and it does vindicate you in conversations about being scared. But let's be real. There are fighters out there that fighters recognize something in them that know it's not going to be easy. I'm not saying that that's how he feels about Benavidez, but I am saying there's some fighters out there that know what other fighters are going to bring that's different to anything they've dealt with. And
sign the contract, I'll punch him up.
No, I'm not saying
the only and that's what I'm saying. When you now, because it's like what's hard for this guy is you're running all these fights, and again, legacy is always at risk because as soon as he lost to Bivol, we all asked, and that's the thing about boxing. Unfortunately, everyone's had questions. Everyone's like, but it's like we forget, bro. This is not even my weight. Like, this is not how I get down. You know what I'm saying? So when I'm back at his perfect weight is what he was fighting Triple G the other day. That's his weight class. That's where he's meant to be, right?
Yeah.
That's it. That's him at his optimum, right? And now it's like, it doesn't matter because I lost. So I'm saying to you, boom, I'm going to go and fight these things and try these legendary fates type stuff. Because if I become a champion, well, I've become a champion at that weight before because I fought, who did he fight? Yard fought? Kovalev.
Yeah.
I fought Kovalev. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to go be 2-time at this weight class. When you look at in his entirety, you say, bloody hell, mate, what a career. Now, if he goes back and beats Bivol, now we'll say, well, all right, he beat Bivol, big man, you got to go see Beterbiev. Then he might need to see this, like, raw. Where does it end? Where does this thing end? Like, because he was going to fight Boatsy not too long ago as well. So it's
he's never fighting Boatsy.
You sure?
No, Canelo is never going to fight Boatsy. I'm telling you, this is the thing that annoyingly allows momentum to talk about Canelo.
Yeah,
right? Because
why was he never going to fight Boatsy? I thought that was in the cards.
It weren't. Nah, that not realistically. Like, put it this way. All right, so here's my thing. Kovalev.
Yeah,
they rushed him into camp straight after the yard fight. Straight after he was back out. And we're talking like it weren't even full camp length. It was literally boom, we're going in. So
and Kovalev wanted that Canelo money. Let's be honest.
Exactly.
Kovalev said, "What? Your timing? Let's go."
He came out and said, "Anybody who thought I was going to win that fight, there's not enough time." Straight, he said that. So you look at that and you say, "Okay, there's been a lot of moments where the win in Canelo's resume, there's a star next to it." Yeah, because there's sometimes when man like
we're not doing that.
No. It's what the talk is against Canelo.
There's an eyebrow raise next to it. Let's just call it an eyebrow raise. Yeah, let's not say a star because it feels like it's.
He's got a few moments where the eyebrow raises.
Yeah.
So when a moment like this happens, like, okay, cool, you went there to see Kovalev, touch man up. It was a very smart move.
Yeah.
If we're gonna say that Floyd was smart scheduling, Canelo, he's learned from this master, right?
Of course, he had to.
So so he's gone there with Bivol. Imagine what he imagined because he's seen what I guess he probably. Let's say he looks at Craig, the performance in Craig, and thinks, I could do that.
I can do that. I can do what Craig does. I can do what Craig does.
If you're Canelo and you're using UK light heavies as your measuring stick, it's like, yard came a little bit short, but I'd be able to get him if I got him into that position. I'm gonna go in next. Craig done this thing. All right, cool. I'm gonna go in next. Now he's like, I went in there after Craig and I got pieced up. Now he's probably thinking, I don't know about that one. Hence why the conversation is not really the same about the Bivol rematch.
Now it is.
If Zerdo, he has to beat Zerdo to get the rematch. Sorry,
Nah.
You're an absolute disgrace.
You're an absolute disgrace. You're a cheat. Yeah, you're a disgrace. You know what the killer is? When I talk to boxing fans, about Canelo, you can see the DNA of Mayweather. That's all I can see is the DNA of, because anytime when we question Canelo, yeah, I'm like, what's going on here? You peel back a view of it, and because even the other day, let's even segue into the Leonard Ellaby and the thingy battle, right? Cool. Everyone was saying, you lot call this guy the face of boxing, the this, that, and the other, and he ain't even selling out. He ain't doing big pay-per-view numbers. Look at this, they didn't even make no peas. Put that back and say, oh, Mayweather fan. But let's go into that. Let's see what's going on here. So how did that thing go?
I don't understand what you're saying to me.
I'm just saying, when you pull it back, a lot of times when they say, he can't sell, he's not the face of boxing.
Who can't sell? Who can't sell?
Canelo. I saw Boxing Eagle. I saw Boxing Eagle. Big shout out to you. He was like, look at the event. It didn't even do good pay-per-view buys. He was in there. And I know he's a true Mayweather.
No.
True Mayweather guy.
My pushback on that is it's not about Floyd. It's about Eddie Hearn.
Okay.
There's a strong dislike. Like, it's literally come to those things where it's like you're on that side of the fence or you're on that side of the fence as regards to the promoters that you
even fans now, fans,
it's hilarious.
Yeah. So talk to me. What's going on?
If you oppose Eddie Hearn, you take down anything that's affiliated with him. Hence why Canelo, like, man, try like chasing the numbers as soon as possible. Bro, you're seeing Ellaby, Steven Espinoza on the timeline, trying so hard to make this thing. No, he don't know what he's doing. Coming over to the US and da. It's about the fact that you man are operating in my space. Do you understand? That's what this is. It's not even about Canelo like that. So, like
he's in the team, so he's inherited the beef, though, innit? He's part of the team, so
yeah.
He's yours. Your beef is yours, yeah.
But the maddest thing is, it's like, obviously they've gone back and forth now, and it was just crazy. So Leonard Ellaby tweeted, so Dan Raphael, first of all, Dan Raphael tweeted the thing. He's like, disappointing pay-per-view numbers, and he tried to kind of diminish it. So Leonard Ellaby came back and was on some, he might need some cheering up. So let's sing him a song. Ain't No Sunshine at the Zone. You know the tune. Ain't no sunshine. Yeah. So Eddie Hearn come back. He said, "Blimey, Lenny, we just did 1 million buys. When was the last time you were involved with a fight that did more than about 100K? And don't count Floyd because you were just packing his jockstrap." So
you are an absolute disgrace.
I mean, that's a crazy bar because he said you don't claim Floyd. Like, it's mad. Anyway, so we move forward now. Leonard comes back. He's like, "Stop it, Edward. I thought I'd send you a little song to cheer you up. Let me know if you need me, Floyd, Stephen, or Al to show you how to do the big boy stuff. Get the hell out of here. FYI, every major player over here is laughing at you. You don't know what the hell you're doing in the US. Okay? So there's the marker. That's where they're...
Every major player, all the enemies have come together.
That's right.
Yeah.
So Eddie comes back now. He goes, could have done with you last week, to be fair. The queues for Starbucks were outrageous. Then he shows the pictures of the venue as it's packed for the press conference and the Canelo Triple G fight, and it looks packed. It's insane. Anyway, this is where it gets nuts for Leonard, boy. He had a rough round, couldn't really recover. The legs were shaking. Referee was looking at him. He come back and he goes, "No time to be going back and forth for you. I'm trying to get big boy stuff done. You know that record-breaking stuff that you know nothing about? Hope you cheer up, mate." Eddie Hearn comes back and goes, "Delete Twitter, mate. You've had an absolute stinker." Like, and then afterwards he tweets, "All work is easy work." I said, yo. Back and forth fight.
Wait, because what's Ellaby got to do next? Let's be because you know what's jokes? I hope he's not part of Mayweather Productions versus Deji, because if they're saying that's what's next,
you're an absolute disgrace. You're a cheat.
Wow.
No, that's what's next.
That was it.
That's what's next, yeah.
As far as Twitter beef goes, yeah, that was Hagler Hearn, fam. Back and forth for a bit in the early rounds, and afterwards, we saw how it ended. Got him. That was crazy.
Wait. Because that's mad. Let's be honest now. I'm waiting. I'm supposedly waiting for Tank versus what's that kid's name?
Garcia.
YouTuber. Tank versus Garcia.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he's a YouTuber, isn't it? Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I was supposed to be waiting for that. Yeah, they said, remember the talks was as soon as Garcia final finishes fight, it was like, let's do it, talk to them, let's have that conversation. Bro, the conversation's dried up. Tank was supposed to be leaving and then he stayed, but there's been minimal action in terms of getting things over the line. So you're saying, bro, what's everyone working on over there? As simple as that. So again, let's be honest, you kind of embarrass yourself. You played your hand. It's not looking good.
Yeah.
Really, it's not. And the funny thing is, you have to come back to the table because I know Ellaby is part of. Is he in? Will he be involved in the Wilder conversations? Hasn't he got Drew to our
Espinoza and them guys? That's
we saw Wilder at we saw Ellaby at the Wilder.
Yeah, but I think he's there because like he might have other fighters on the thing. I don't think he's directly involved with Wilder, but you got to remember these guys. There's Shelley Finkel, there's Ellaby, Lou DiBella. There's all these guys operating over there, and they're all kind of
Avengers Assemble.
Yeah, it's that thing of like, yeah, this is our side of the thing. Do you know what I mean? We might have our own friction with each other, but that's light compared to my man trying to come in over here and do this thing, because you know Americans they can get patriotic just like that. Like it can out of nowhere. And
I know sometimes you gotta rate them because they take it to the next level. Like I'll be on holiday, bro, you know, and then they start playing the anthems, yeah. And you know, we'll sit down like we're not standing up, we're not standing up with the hat off the, you know, the hat on the chest and that. We're like, we might hear it, you might hum it to ourselves, like, you know what I mean? That's as far as it goes.
Yeah, but unless it's sports, that you don't really hit. Like,
it's not hitting the game, but them lot play that, and Americans in earshot, hats off, standing, full salute. They're patriotic. That's their thing. That's their, you know. So maybe it's that they feel like raw. You're encouraging.
Can't come here on a disrespectful one. Do you know what I mean? If you're gonna come over here and exist, it's like, yeah, cool, but respect the way we do things.
We do things here,
and that's what I think this comes down to. Because Eddie's like, you're one of the places I'm trying to get to. Like, don't think that my thing is trying to crack America, bro. This is global. How I'm trying to move. Cool. So. Do you know what I mean? And that's crazy because when you look at all the different countries that Eddie's got shows in, bro, it's busy, bro. Like there's a lot of boxing that he's putting out there. So these guys look around and it's like, okay, we don't operate in those places, but this place is going to make it difficult. So that's what's been the holdup in a lot of fights, I believe.
Do you know what's funny? Because this is a little tidbit or tadbit, whatever you want to say it, for American fighters. Don't overlook this audience as well. I know with artists and stuff like singers and all that, everyone wants to go and break America, but boxing is here. You know what I mean? So you sort of say to yourself, like, Wilder not coming here is a big miss of a trick. It's massive. Like even the new kid that's coming up,
Jared Anderson
should be here. You know, like you can quickly, and again, when you're exporting, you're going over here to dominate. The Americans are gonna watch because they're like, raw, one of ours. So even Clarissa, yeah, even her, she's understood. Look, okay, I can be the go at home, but I need to travel across. I've done the thing in my pond. Come over here for full acclaim because all the eyes over here. Again, one of the biggest star in boxing. And now you say the three, if you want to call it the three of them, you got Tyson Fury, you got AJ, and Canelo. But two of them are over here. Why are you not over here? Yeah. It makes no sense. If you want to build yourself up as a fighter, you have to get involved. And then now they're starting to realize, and you look at how quickly Canelo shifted and said, you know what, let me speak English in some of my my interviews. Now you're getting Bivol, who's been very much, he's like, I need to open myself up to a bigger audience.
It's a game changer.
Like,
I remember saying that. Like, I struggled to connect with him on the fact that he doesn't speak English. When he's talking and all that kind of stuff, I don't really get to know him outside of being able to watch him box.
Yeah.
And when you're moving in a global way as far as brand and profile goes, you know, those markets, you speak those ways. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. In the same way in the business space, you better get your Mandarin up, bro.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? If you're operating in that, you better get that Mandarin.
100%. 100%.
The translator communication don't hit the same as far as relationship building. So it's like it's these different things of understanding markets and how the world works.
America's got the arrogance that we don't need to, though. That's the only part of it where it's like
they've never had to. They've never had to adapt to anywhere else. Because remember, boxing has been Las Vegas.
yeah,
That was
yeah. But you can't operate like that.
To a degree, it still is because of the numbers and money that you can touch out there. But the game is changing when a guy like AJ is making the money that you'd make, or you know what I mean? So
no, but Dubai's changed. You see that Middle East thing, that's changed everything. The Middle East has changed everything because fighters are like, remember, the fighters follow the cash. They don't say, I need to fight MGM Grand. No one says, they go, if I said to you, boom, listen, MGM Grand is offering this, and then this guys are saying 100 and something to go fight in the desert.
I've always loved the desert.
I've sand. I used to play in the sandbox when I was a kid.
I've always had that special connection with sand.
You don't like.
It's remember that time with Floyd, because Floyd does a lot of deals. I think it's Japan and something like that. I can't remember what it was. He said something that just was so. He goes. I've always had love for. I can't remember the country. I hope somebody knows this in the comments. He goes, I've always had love, but I can't get over what this country did to that country. And it was like this mad, unnecessary political statement. But it was like, wait. He's like, I can't get over what happened with Japan or something mad. And I was like, you feel that strongly? Like, it caught me off guard. But then you start realizing you got mad business over there. Like, I understand. I really want to remember it, man. Somebody please.
You know what I'm saying? This is what it comes down to. Fighters will follow the P's. And like it or not, that the Middle East being a player in this thing is changing everything. It is changing everything. The fact that, and yes, people can say Tyson Fury can't travel for whatever reason. No, but for whatever reasons, in it. I'm trying to call it. Bro, we're growing. You know, you need to get on your allegedly game. You need to get your allegedly back, bro.
Oh, I hate you. I'll just clarify what you meant by because he can go to the dunes. He could go out and fight there.
Yeah. He allegedly can't go to America though. You know the ones that...
Allegedly, Tommy Fury would have fought Jake Paul had they been allowed to go out there.
I'm just trying to protect the brand, fam.
Oh, I hear what you're
saying. You out here saying no, bro. But that alleged word, fam.
Oh, alleged. Oh, yeah, no, allegedly. Apparently, so
because that protects you, bro. You just talk about your mum beating you allegedly, fam. It's fine. Rumors
suggest.
According to. Oh man, wait. There's something that I really wanted to talk to you about. Quickly on Mayweather Deji. Do you think that Deji do you think these YouTubers have just conquered life? Because a part of me feels that. I feel, oh my goodness, you got one of the Paul brothers fighting Anderson Silva, Jake Paul fighting Anderson Silva, bro. Do you know why this is incredible?
It's amazing.
As kids, they got a picture with Anderson Silva. As kids with the Justin Bieber side sweep here, yeah. That's how they was giving it up. They're just there, like, and they're probably happy to meet him, right? Now they're sharing the ring. Do you know how mad this is? You've got the older brother that fought Mayweather, the older brother, older Paul, that's Logan shared the ring, with Floyd Money Mayweather, things that fighters would dream to do. I think Khan is still waiting for that fight.
He would sign that.
Khan is still waiting for that fight now. And now, do you know, before Khan, it's Deji.
Yeah, it's one of them things, I won't call out any one of these guys ever again. Like, you know, when you look at someone and how they're living life and you say, you know what? I'm just supporting it now. Like, bro, it's so nuts. Like, that is, if we was to like put freedom on steroids, that's how that man live. Yeah, that man said, "Yo, I'm hella rich from YouTube content. I want to box, so we're gonna start at the O2 Arena. We're gonna start there because we know we can sell that out with this audience."
Billy Joe title defense on the undercard.
So I'm gonna put Billy Joe on the undercard of my team. Yeah. Like, I'm gonna fight Logan Paul, who's my brethren. He's my brethren. But we're gonna scrap in front of the world. and you're gonna have Shannon Briggs in your corner. I'm gonna have my bro. The whole thing is so insane. He's like, I want to fight 2 guys in one night. Never really seen that before in boxing. I'm just gonna do that because I can. And
So
then
that
my little brother, who just managed to win a fight, he's gonna fight one of the greatest fighters of all time, and it's gonna be great. They men are gonna make peace. And I'm gonna build up a rivalry with some next year, bro. I look at their life and I'm like, you know what? You man have got a son of madness. It's even rude for me to be like, yeah, let's go, me and you, let's scrap. I'm like, you know what? I'm chilling because what these men are doing is so cold. Like, you can get into the purest of boxing thing and say, is it good for the sport? Is it disrespect to the sport? It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Like, I'll say this every single time as a comparison. There was NBA and there's street ball and one. And they will never get in each other's way.
Yeah.
Anytime an NBA player goes down to the street ball court, he gets love like he's never seen before. He's back in the ends and he dominates to show I'm way better than all of the guys you love and respect. Doesn't matter. We're still going to watch and one. I want to see what Hot Sauce does. I want to see Air up there. I want to see all those characters. And that's what's happening with boxing. We've got real boxing. Everybody knows. Should any real fighter step into that space, let Eubank Jr. get his hand on one of those guys. Absolute bloodbath. It would be sad to watch something like that happen in front of the world. Nobody wants that. I
don't even know how Mayweather's gonna treat Deji, because
he's gonna beat the brakes off him. Do you remember what he did to that Japanese brother? He went out there. Was it Tenshin? He went out there and one round, 2 round. Bro, he weighed like 20 pounds more than him. He went in there on seek and destroy Floyd mission.
Oh no, KSI's gonna have to avenge him. He's building up. It's what we talked about before. He's building up. He understands.
He's taking my blueprint, bro.
He's taking the bar for bar.
He's taking my blueprint, bro.
Oh my goodness.
He's on a whole flow.
What the fuck?
He's gonna go in there. I swear, I said, bro, I would bang up Deji, and afterwards it would be such a beating. I'd be like, bro, KSI, if you're a man of your sort, bro, you can't let this thing slide unavenged. And that's how I'm gonna draw a man out.
Yeah.
I'm gonna watch Floyd. He's gonna do the thing.
He's gonna do the thing. What? He's doing it. He stole your whole flow, fam.
Bro.
He stole your whole flow, bar for bar.
He stole my whole rollout, bro.
The rollout. He said that's a good idea. He said, I'm gonna fight the little brother. I'm gonna fight the little brother, get a mad bag, just impress. And then after, the older brother has to see me, because all I've seen, just imagine, all he's seen is KSI all over the zone. All over it. When there's big fights coming up, when AJ was about to fight Usyk, as it was said, it was KSI, and he said, KSI? And he's got a little brother. Oh, we're fighting all of them. We're fighting all of them. So KSI is gonna see Floyd at some point, because his brother's gonna get touched up. They've probably already had a conversation and said, this is what we're doing. Remember that gotcha hat? Gotcha hat?
Oh, mate, yep.
Man.
Floyd angry like we've never seen. You remember how deep his voice was? It was like, right.
Man. Well, again, Floyd's in the twilight of just making, again, he's clocking the game. He's clocking the game.
He came out and said straight up, like, in not so, like, just very direct language, listen, I'm not even really trying to be out here getting hurt. Like, he's like, listen, I just want to do these things. I don't really want to get touched up. I want to fight these guys that don't really hit that hard. And yeah, bro, it's one of the ones you can't even really say anything.
I hope he's getting on Floyd's box rec.
No, that would be insane.
It's not like, let's check though, because
it's not.
I'm checking, bro, because crazier things have happened in this world.
But yo, boxing this weekend though. Shouts out to Denzel Bentley.
Come on. He did what he needed to do. Oh yes, perfect. It's not getting on there. 50-0. That's insane to say.
Yeah, no.
That's insane to say.
50 have tried, 50 have failed.
Yeah, man. Denzel Bentley, look, what a fight, what a scrap. You talk about as I like it because he posted something of who did he post the other day? Crawford.
Oh,
Bud Crawford.
I had to tweet man after that. I said, bro, come on. Like, don't do that. Yeah, don't do that. You don't need Crawford to come back and respond like we. Stop.
Listen, you told people to aim for greatness, aim for the stars, fam. Let him just aim up there, fam. Just put his name, you know what I mean, on his radar. Again, I like Denzel, you know.
Same here, man.
Like what was apparent is he does hit with some cruel intentions, and the body work for me is where he's gone up another level. I can see it, like, because he didn't want to say what was wrong with him in the Cash fight, but I thought his conditioning was off. When I go back and look at it, I say, oh, bro, like, you didn't prepare correctly for this fight.
There's a part of me that feels like it was a little bit more than conditioning. I think that there's, because I know there was history between them in regards to the sparring stories. Like when they spoke about them, and he was just like, "You're a dirty fighter," and he's just like, "Yeah, it's gonna be rough. I'm gonna rough you up." Like it was that those mindset focuses kind of let me know that I'm aware of your roughness, and him like, I'm gonna be so much more rougher in the fight. Like those are not the best mental journeys to be on when you're gonna go up against someone. So I felt like maybe he overthought how that fight would go. Do you know what I'm saying? So I think there was a little bit more there, and I think I believe he's overcome whatever it was that plagued him.
Yeah,
and I would like to see it again down the line.
It needs to be next. For me.
Not next. I don't think it necessarily needs to be next, because remember, Cash is kind of there's options for both guys.
He's inactive. Right? Cash is a bit inactive at the moment. He's had one fight since he's had one fight since the Denzel fight, where Denzel's fought like he's been out like 2 or 3 times now since that loss.
Yeah, no, you're right. You're right.
So it's like I think it should be, personally, I think it should be, unless Cash has got something on the card, something big for him that he's waiting for, like a yard type situation, you know. Saying that, did we speak about this already? Yard and
we didn't. So they met.
Oh, we're at minute 52. Let's go.
They met at the fight, and it's one of them ones where it's always weird seeing fighters be cool with each other. I remember saying that to I said that to David Hay. I goes to him, I was like, bro, I said, the way I hated Belly after that fight, fam, to see you and Belly and Chisora backstage in Shade Room, I was like, just spun my head. I was like, how is it? Why am I so passionate about something that you, man, ain't? Like,
what did he say? What did he say?
He's like, yeah, I mean, it's just, yeah, because I don't hate these guys. I was like, bro, like, I remember the Chisora lead up. I was like, right, every man's on the South versus East thing. Like, it was so real at that time. And it's just like, yeah, no, we're cool. But it's so when I see Yard and Boatsy, I'm like, yeah, I mean, it's not the rivalry like that, because I still like Boatsy. Do you know what I mean? Outside of this particular dynamic, I like all these light heavies. Do you know what I mean? Like, there's no one I'm like, bond this guy, no, knock him out. It's not that at all.
No, I think it's love between all of them until it gets to it, and I think that's when it gets interesting. Until it gets into a fighting, because again, everyone knows what's so great about the all them lot, and the fact that they're all from the UK is
they're all London as well.
London based.
A couple men.
London based. So then after it's like, imagine just knowing, I'm gonna fight you one day, you know. No. That's the maddest. Imagine having a friend that you think, yeah, it's on the cards, like we actually have to fight. We have to see each other. Now, Spider and Boatsy have had their fight. Incredible. Wicked night. Loved it. Still, again, just a great night. Yeah, great night. Great night, literally. And you say, well, there needs to be more. There has to be more. Now you're thinking to yourself, well, Lyndon Arthur's back in the mix, but you say, Lyndon, Dan Aziz, I need to see it. Dan Aziz versus Yard, I need to see it. Be a tough one there. Then all these like Dan Aziz versus Craig Richards. Mad.
It gets up there. There's a lot of fights to have. Like, so there's a bit where Boatsy's done an interview and he's like, look, like, let's fight, bro. Like, I went over and said, bro, let's make this fight happen, fam. So
they need to make it happen.
He's gone over to Yard and said, yo, let's do this thing. Yard's got the camera phone out and he's filming a selfie, and Boatsy's standing up over his shoulder and he's like, Frank's like, get it on camera. And he's saying, let's do this, let's go. And Yard's like, he's just laughing as he's in the back saying it. And I'm like, these men want that fight.
They need to do it now, because reason being, everyone's tied up in a thing. Canelo's man done what he needs to do. Bivol's gonna go now. Bivol's fighting Zerdo. After that, it's Canelo. No one can tell Bivol not to go and get that Canelo money. It's just a great pay. It's a great payday. Now you got yourself.
Would you tell, if you're looking after Yard, would you tell him to fight Boatsy in the interim for Beterbiev? I don't think you would.
No, I wouldn't.
This is what I'm saying. So that's that kind of look. I look at that. But so what happened recently? Boatsy's pulled out of the fight with Pascal. Right?
Really? Is that a purse? No, that's a purse bid. That's
remember Lou DeBella and Frank Warren. That fight would have been on BT.
Yeah, that's a beef thing. That's a beef thing.
But Eddie Hearn came out and tweeted and said no, he's pulled himself out of that fight.
Why?
And it was because of the VADA thing. Their man was saying, bro, we need you tested. Remember, Pascal's been busted for drugs. So they're saying,
was Pascal not going to test?
No, what they said was, he goes, look, we need that VADA thing in the contract. Them men were coming back to say, this is a screenshot of our VADA registration thing. And he's like, them men were like, put it in the contract. Them men were doing higgy hagger about putting that in. And they said, you know what? We're out.
No. See, this is it. Oh, I knew it. Bro. This is purse bid situation. I'm telling you, because Thingy done a interview. Eddie Hearn done an interview talking about the whole purse bids thing and how their offer was more and this, that, and the other. He goes, look, I'm fine with it, but he mentioned straight away. He goes, there's things that need to be covered. And he brings up this because everyone, you always give yourself an out. It's like when they're 24.
No. There's no. It's not. But I hear you. But
no. But we're saying we can walk.
They posted the evidence.
Yeah,
though.
I know it can be fair, but I'm saying that someone's saying, just imagine me and you have to do business, and I'm not happy about this business anyway. Yeah, and I'm saying, look, bro, like I don't want to. Again, these Frank and them lot don't want to give Eddie Hearn nothing. They don't want to do. They refuse. Like they're like, even whatever you want, because we can put this. The divider thing shouldn't be a hard argument, but it's like, no, look, this guy, we beat him on a thing. He has to go to all the terms that we're saying. But again, Boatsy's part of it. Boatsy's saying I'm not on it.
But if you bust drugs, bro, if you've been busted for drugs, you can't play that game on the VADA thing. I'm not hearing that. I'm not gonna lie. Like, if you're telling me,
Terrell Mannix still gets a fight and he doesn't have to do all the VADA thing.
Yeah, but he ain't having no top level fights. He ain't having no top level fights, bro. No one's really looking at Miller as, bro, the guy's weighing all 300 pounds. No one's watching that, fam. Like, that's what I'm saying. Boatsy's still at a point in his career where it's like, no, I want to be in there with serious guys, but not if you're juiced up to your eyeballs.
Yeah.
So for me, I look at that one, I'm like, well, I've got to look at that in two ways. Do you know what I mean? On one side, you say, maybe the purse bid, this is a good way out because you don't want to be dealing with BT and Frank and that. Or, bro, this guy's proven to do drugs. You can't talk about not doing a VADA thing.
I think two of them could be in there. I think two things can be true in the same time. So
yeah, because
there's some of that, and it's like, yeah, and bun them lot. Actually,
with the drugs thing floating in the background, and it's gonna be on BT. Nah, there's too much nonsense.
Let's walk away.
But the walk away might be a harder route, bro, because Callum Smith is the one that now people are saying, well, that offer was made. Boatsy confirmed that offer was sent. Boatsy spoke about it and said, well, you know, the offer was sent. Yeah, no, we did get an offer, but it's like, why would you want to fight me when you're waiting for whatever it is, a IBF eliminator or whatever it is on that side? Now, it's like the offer's still there. So that could be where the other road leads to. Do you know what I mean? And we've had conversations about what Eddie's perspective or metric, how they're looking at Boatsy, business with Boatsy. There's been a lot of inactivity. There's not real much profile. He doesn't really like to sell himself in terms of building stuff. So put him in with Callum Smith, winner goes forward. Kind of like what happened with Craig and Boatsy. It's like you got two light heavies floating around similar kind of way. Make them fight and let's go through to the next stage. And then whoever wins gets my backing. Callum Smith. But then
now I'm going to ask you. So similar to the question you asked me about Yard, right? If you know that Yard fights Beterbiev, yeah, and you're next, why risk it then? Why risk Callum?
There's no risk. There's no risk. If Boatsy loses to Callum Smith and Yard loses to Beterbiev, that fight is 100%.
No, there. I'm saying that how you don't.
Even if he beats Beterbiev, that fight is still there. Boatsy and Yard is going to happen.
No, that's not the thing I'm talking. I'm talking about you know when you say, look, because Boatsy should be he was in contention for a title. He was in contention for a title fight, right? They're saying that after this, it was supposed to be Canelo, because Canelo wasn't supposed to lose to Bivol. That was what was supposed to be next, yeah.
It's Bivol, Bivol. The
Yeah,
Bivol fight was gonna come.
there you go. And then after, it was a title fight. So I'm saying, well, as it still stands, you're in contention to fight for the title, for that Bivol title. So why would you have a mad scrap in between waiting? That's what we said about the
It's not as confirmed as how Yard's situation is confirmed. That's the difference.
I don't know if Yard's situation is fully confirmed.
No, them men have come out and basically said that Donny's like he's not ready to fight just yet. So you're gonna have to wait until February or whenever it is. So that fight is as good as confirmed from when there's time to announce. What's his situation? What belts is he going for? Bivol's belt or Beterbiev's belt? Beterbiev is going to fight Yard. Bivol is going to fight Zerdo, and then he's going to fight Canelo. So right now, Boatsy that would have been a good fight for Boatsy to have the Pascal thing. Now it's like, okay, I need to get you lot's attention then. I need Yard or Smith's attention because you man are in line. You man have got the seat that I kind of was going for.
Well, fight Callum. I don't mind men fighting in it. I think I quite enjoy it. You know what I mean? So roll the dice.
I just want them men to both know that Yard Boatsy fight ain't jeopardized one bit by how you man want to move next.
Yeah.
Let's be real.
Yeah.
I saw Lyndon Arthur's fight against that guy. Was Sakura, shorter guy?
Yeah.
Like short, light, heavy. Like he's a tricky guy to stop, but there's something that I watched that performance. I was like, I don't know how to describe, because I know this guy's a tricky competitor, right? Yard fought him a few years ago as well, and I think they both stopped him in the fourth. If that's what, I can't remember what round Lyndon got him out.
Yeah,
I feel like it was. Let me just quickly search that just to be sure. But there was something I noticed about Lyndon Arthur in there, and I feel like his personality is playing out in how he boxes these days.
Walter Gabriel Sakura.
Yeah, that guy. Yeah, like he's a tricky guy to beat. Sorry, round. Okay, cool. So Yard got him out in 4. He got him out in 6. It's only a couple of rounds. But the problem in that couple of rounds is that you had this guy's number, bruv. Like you had him down like 3 times. And there's a point he's in the corner. He's arguing with Pat Barrett, and he's like, "Bruv, he's rubbish, man." And he's like, "If he's so rubbish, then go and knock him out, then." Like there's a thing of like the laid back vibe is how he boxes. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's like if I go back to that Yard fight, it was like very similar kind of laid back energy in the ring where it's like, yeah, I know we're fighting, but you know. What I mean?
So he's just a laid back fighter. You think he needs a lot more to get him going? Maybe if you see him, he needs to be in there with another good opponent. Again, you talk about dance partners, innit? It's dance partners all the time. And
go back and watch. But if you go back and watch the first Yard fight when he won, it was a laid back pace. They both had agreed to do this thing laid back. So it's like it's you know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, this is my comfort place. And if we go in like just on how things have looked since that fight has happened, it's like if the intensity gets turned up, it's like kind of just.
But we need to see it back in my. We need to see it against a Dan. That's what we need to see next. Really, we're being honest, because Dan's gonna try and pressure him. You know, while still kind of punching, right? He's gonna be aggressive, right? Lyndon's gonna want to chill, you know, and then work the jab, and then you get to see what's going on. You just get to see if that night against Yard was not a blip of a night, but he just didn't. I couldn't believe the person I saw in the ring in the second fight.
It didn't make sense.
I could not believe it. Like I said, I'm off the bro. You know when you just say, right, I don't even want to be on this train. Like I said, nah, get me off. It's not when someone says, you know, when you say your stock's gone up after the fight. Nah, the stocks for me, I was not like dipped.
Pat Barrett is someone who's like, he's well respected. You know what I'm saying? He came out in an interview afterwards and was kind of like, there was some kind of like writing on the wall in terms of what this fight was going to go like, because how he was sparring, he was doing a lot more toe-to-toe stuff, a lot more going forward. And it's like, why don't you just do the things that, and I mean, it was that kind of thing. So it's like, these guys, they don't seem to be on the same page as thoroughly as, probably, you know what I'm saying, as far as how the output is looking. So it's an interesting one, because realistically, that fight, like you say, it did hurt his stock a bit. So he's got to fight his way
Yeah.
back into those conversations again.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Because he's got such a laid back personality, the boxing is going to have to speak more than he's prepared to speak.
And
So-
they overreach with someone that was never had true intentions to be the promoter guy. He had his number one, and it was never going to be you. And it didn't go the way it didn't go the way it went to go. But relationships probably soured in the back and forth. So now you're on Channel 5. You're on BT, and now you're on Channel 5, and it's like it's not the.
Yeah.
It's not the mix. Not again, no disrespect to Channel 5, but it's not the mix of when you think of the homes of boxing. I don't think Eddie Hearn's even mentioned Channel 5 once.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like, you know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. But again, that's what I'm talking about. When the stocks go down, but again, you fight the right person, you're back on you do the fight with, what do you call it? You're back in the mix. You're on Boxer. You're on Boxer with the rest of the man them, and then we have to you've entered the chat again. You know, but we'll see what happens. I want to quickly the Parker one. What are you saying? What's your prediction?
It's an interesting one, man. Interesting. Like, it's such a weird one going against Joe Joyce. It's like it must be like fighting a mattress. Like literally lining a mattress up against the wall and thinking, all right, let's go.
Banging it.
Because your punches are never gonna, you know what I mean? You're not gonna slow this man down. He's gonna keep coming forward. I think if Joseph Parker can outbox him, which I think he's skillful enough to do, we could be looking at a points win. But if Joe Joyce comes in there,
Joe Joyce knock him out. Is Joe Joyce got the power to knock him out?
I don't think it's about the power. It's more about do you have the punch accuracy? Like, you're going to be able to put them together enough to do that. Or you're just going to lean on him and drain him down.
I'm getting Joe Joyce. I'm going to go Joe Joyce in this one. Yeah. Again.
I'll probably go Joe Joyce as well. Because there's something about Parker's mentality that I think is...
That's the issue. It's mentality. It's purely mentality. It'll get going way too late, and he'll realize I can win this. And it's like, nah, bro. Where's this output been? You know, some people say that Joseph Parker starts really quickly. I'm telling you, in this fight, he needs to be, because this feels like a points. Parker's not knocking out Joe Joyce. There's no way. We saw that guy's huge, like his head's massive.
His head is big. His hand, everything is he's a super huge dude.
Or will there be a difference with Joseph Parker spending a lot of time with Fury, and he's developed some Fury?
Maybe.
You know, like
he's such a hard guy to work out, because we saw him in there with Chisora, and he doesn't have that thing that allows him to dispatch guys, right? And that's fine. That's fine. Chisora's not really the guy you can really plan a knockout with. You know what I'm saying? He'll be there. Joe Joyce is not getting knocked out. And if he is getting knocked out, it's going to be one of those body shot stoppages. It's that body work has just drained him out. And that's going to be the only way, because even I saw the thing about Joe Joyce's skull apparently being thicker than like normal people.
Bro, we saw him. We've seen him with our own eyes. He's massive.
Yeah.
The juggernaut. Like, he's appropriately named. He's huge. So it's one of them ones where you say to yourself, I think it's
what fighter do you say knocks out Joe Joyce? Like, we can go back from present era.
Wilder.
We can go back.
Wilder.
You think so?
Wilder knocks him out. Yeah. It's perfect. It's perfect for Wilder. It's perfect. Literally, it's perfect for him. It'll be one of them knockouts. You say he'll do the shake as well. He'll do the cool walk off. He'll knock him out. I think AJ could.
I don't know.
AJ could.
Yeah, I think he could. I mean, the reason why it's like I struggle to see him getting knocked out. It's not that I accept AJ could and Wilder couldn't. It's not that I think they both have the tools to knock him out. It's just more so the thing of like, what is the way to knock him out? Because there's some guys that they have like Golovkin. You don't see guys like Golovkin wobble. You remember Nikolai Valuev with Hayes?
Yeah.
As he hit him with his best, and there was a wobble.
And then
like,
came back.
And he's back. Like, there's guys like this that exist in this world that they're not going down.
I think so close. Again, I'm telling you right now, Vada has the power to knock him out. He does. He's straight to sleep, straight to bed. I
don't think so, man.
I'm telling you, straight to bed. Let you lot get involved in the comments. I'm telling you, Straight to bed. And you'll be like, it'll be another one when we say, the memes will be flowing. He's got it.
I think him and AJ both beat him, right? But I don't see it as a KO.
That's the only way Wilder can beat him, though.
Oh yeah, Wilder doesn't really. Yeah, okay.
That's the only way Wilder can beat him. It's a straight in this.
You know, it would have to be that Dominic Brazil. That Dominic Brazil right hand.
That's all I see. It's a bad bedtime. It's naughty. And he say
naughty.
No, you know, he like, I can't believe I saw that. I can't believe I watched that. Yeah, and that all of that's coming. That's why I'm excited that Deontay Wilder's back in. Well, I'm excited he's back in the division just for that, because we get to have those moments of remember our face when we saw him. Remember when the Ortiz one? He said,
We were literally at the fight, bro. Side of the ring. And I remember chatting to you saying, bro, he just needs one. He just needs one. It's coming. Yeah. You were like, bro, he's losing. Ortiz is winning. I said, bro, he just needs one. That's why that video, the Vegas video, I'm just like, it just needs one.
And I'm like this. So yeah, listen, man. We gave you a lot extra time today. Listen, look after yourselves. Have a nice one. Hope our predictions are right. I need one win, man. I need a gimme. So listen, don't let me down, man. Juggernaut, do what you need to do. And we'll be back on Monday.
All right, guys. Take care.
Peace.
Yo, people, thanks for watching the Undefeated podcast. Make sure you
like, subscribe, share, leave a comment, and all that good stuff, man. This is the place to be.